Hey people, time for my mod update. So this is now Alpha 0.5 and we have some big changes. But the big main one I want to show off is mod support for the Aether. The Aether can now be chosen as a custom dimension to spawn in and progress through as a one block challenge. Not just the Aether though, any dimension can be picked. Testing has been limited, but it's promising. I'm just doing the Aether because that's the big, that's the showstopper. And to show you, if I jump off, boom, I'm in the overworld now. Ain't that crazy? And the overworld's also a one block challenge if you want to do that. From the game creation window, you can access the mod by going to world, changing this type to one void, and then hitting customize. So here's the new UI for the VoidBlock mod. Up at the top left corner, you have your dimension selection tool. This allows you to, one, select what dimension you spawn in using these stars, to allow you to separately configure what's going on in each dimension. Here you have an add dimension button. The mod should automatically detect what dimensions you have installed. Right now, I have this limbo dimension, and I have this Aether dimension. Just below the dimension configuration, you have ages, and you have the special void block. Right now, we're going to talk about ages. So here, starting on the Aether, we have our ages setting. You can have as many ages as you want. There is no limit. If you press this plus icon, you'll add an empty age. If you want to swap an age around, you can use these little arrows up here. They will move the ages back and forth. There is a preset button. So say you made an age, you can save and load presets. I have a test preset here, and it will load it in as a new age. Currently, I have my Aether preset loaded because I like it. And let's say I don't want this empty age anymore. I can just delete it. And now I only have this Aether one. Lastly, you can select how many blocks you have to mine before the next age occurs, whether that is 1 block or 9,000 blocks. Super easy. Once the user hits this 9,000, it would progress to the second age, or age 2. Next, we'll be talking about chest loot. Oftentimes, you might want to have a chest spawn and give the player some kind of item they cannot normally obtain from, mining a block in general. So what you're going to do is go ahead and click chest loot. And here in my preset, I already had a chest set up. So I'm going to navigate to the bottom and just exit out and navigate back to chest loot. To add a chest, you just click this button and you can go ahead and give it a name. Once you have named your item, all you have to do is click add item to chest. Any item in the game can appear here, modded or unmodded. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Skyroot because that is the starting tree. So you can pick a minimum amount and a maximum amount that can appear in this chest. They might get 1, they might get 2, they might get 3. You can guarantee an exact amount just by putting the same amount in. And finally, whenever a chest should be dropped multiple times, leave this unchecked. But if, say, this chest should only happen once, go ahead and click it. And then that chest will only ever appear once and then never again. To add a mob wave to your void block experience, you navigate over to this little egg here, and it is add a mob wave. You can go ahead and give your wave any kind of name you want. Here I've labeled it Horde Attack. Here you have your option here. Currently triggers are a bit goofy, still needs to be fixed, but as of right now, you have either spawn after every number of breaks, which is after 20 breaks, this could happen, or after X amount of breaks, then a percentage chance after those, so it gets primed. So now we're going to go ahead and add a mob. Since I did Horde Attack, I'm going to add zombies. Okay, now that I've added my mobs, you might see that I've added 3. These won't all happen as a mixture at the current setup. Right now, it's going to pick one of these and then do the wave based off of that. So it could be zombies, husks, or skeletons. Again, you can dictate whether or not it is 1 or 10. It will be a number between these. You can have different pools of waves. So this one, I'm going to have be passive mobs. And same rules apply. When this wave is triggered, after 30 blocks and a percentage chance after breaking, you'll either get a pig, cow, sheep, or chicken spawn. Inside the menu, when you hit back, you'll find your waves here. This one I goofed up, don't worry about it, but here we have Horde Attack, and we have 2x2, which is what I named the passive mobs. That's all there is for waves. Next, we have how block tables work. These are blocks that you'll get from when you directly mine the one block. Here you have add block to pool. You have every block modded and unmodded available to you in this list. You can even have items. They're a little goofed. I would not select these in this menu. I need to find a way to filter them out. But because we're in the Aether, I'm going to go ahead and give us Aether Grass. And as an example, I'm going to give you a vanilla and a modded version of this option here. Say you have a block that doesn't drop itself. Glass breaks without a special enchantment. You could have self-dropping. This allows a block to self-drop. Now, there's another example. Lucky blocks have a special event tied to them when they break. For a lack of better way to implement this, you just have it drop itself. The only thing else to explain is the weighting system. Say, out of every 100 blocks, you want them to be Aether Grass. And then there's a 1% chance they will be glass or lucky block. And of course, this scales. So now there's a 1,000% chance that is going to be a grass block, and that is going to be a grass, and that is going to be a lucky. Or say you want lucky blocks to be a very rare thing, you can go ahead and go 0.1. And so now they're even rarer than a glass block. And of course, you would swap this out for whatever you actually want it to be. And to wrap things off, we have the VoidBlock. I couldn't properly show this to you in the last section because it only really exists in gameplay, and it is my personal attempt at a custom one-block experience. You do not have to use it, you can toggle it off, and you have a completely normal one-block experience. My attempt adds a little gacha system. You can see these little icons floating right above your health and hunger. Green means that is the most likely thing that's going to drop out of this block, and red means it is the least likely thing to drop out of this block. Now, there are other things in the loot table behind that red thing, so as you mine this block, you have a chance of getting an item. There, I got nothing, and it played a spooky noise. I'll be quiet so you can actually hear it. Oh, there's the scary noise. In this one, you have chances of nothing, so that way it's a little more grindy. Oh! And we got a chest. This was a starter chest I set up that we did in the previous section. And you can see I have Skyroot Sapling, and I have some Aether Dirt. One thing to note, because this block, in a normal one block, you could have grass grow onto these. This, it can't happen. So you will be stuck with dirt unless you give a route to get that item that you would want. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the current state of the mod. I am open to suggestions, and I really hope you enjoy it. Have a good one.